afternoon, everybody. I am Asmita, and the topic that I have chosen is confidence. So, I describe confidence as a state of being certain, and certainty is achieved either through a hypothesis or prediction. It could be being correct or a chosen course of action. Then, self confidence. I describe self confidence as confidence in yourself, but it is different from arrogance. Arrogance can be described as unmerited confidence in terms of being too sure of yourself on potent grounds. Then there is unmerited confidence can also be defined as presumptuousness. For instance, one may be inept at a particular sport or activity, but remain confident in their own demeanor. In simpler words, do not dwell upon your negative consequences, because worrying about failure leads to potential failure. Then the other meaning of confidence in prospects to others' world could be as trust. Placing trust in someone or gaining someone's trust is also known as confidence. All being said, I would like to conclude by saying, take pride in yourself. It will surely lead to success and self-development.
Good afternoon to all. The topic that I've chosen is happiness. Happiness to me is having a peaceful mind with no mental pressures. We ourselves are responsible for our own happiness. We should be positive and have an optimistic approach to looking at things. Even in our worst of conditions, we should learn to calm ourselves down and should consistently remind ourselves that there is no better mentor to give us happiness than we ourselves. Myself, is responsible for my happiness, which will help me lead my life in a better way. Happiness is all about being optimistic even in worst of situations, and it's all about the little twinkle in the eye that you have, which people know that you're happy. That's all. Thank you.
Hello, happy people. My name is Kinshuk, and I've not really prepared anything, but whatever comes to my mind. It is not that we are coming across this word for the first time. We have been saying like happy birthday, happy Valentine's Day, and happy anniversaries, happy Mother's Day, Father's Day, happy. Why is this happy? I mean, what is happiness actually? It could be just a minute. Not really reviewed it. Thank you. It could be a feeling, it could be an emotion, or it could be a psychological belief or a mental state for people. But it actually differs from person to person. For me, happiness could be a feeling of pleasure, contentment, forgetting all my sorrows or miseries. It could be satisfaction for some people, it could be achievement for some people. I have not really prepared. Thank you.
Afternoon once again, friends. I'll start off with Sir Ashutosh. Good afternoon once again to one and all present here. Well, my topic is confidence. Okay, so let me put it this way: that confidence is one thing that I have to deliver a speech right now to you and give a presentation to you in such a manner, being confident so that I deliver whatever I have with me directly to you. So that's the level of confidence for me. Simple words, people are a lot of they are very much cautious about when they are on the stage and they are handling a group of people. Say you're on the stage and the spotlight is on you and you are standing amongst the people, like 1,000 people who are watching, and you are cautious in a state where you have a fear, so that you result out that you're going to make mistakes. So you require confidence for that. Secondly, what is confidence? It's an inner element that we have in us. In simple words, an inner element, what I personally think, it's an inner element that is a strength that you require to one's determination, so that there is a particular task that you can complete or a particular work that you can achieve. That's a confidence for me. Okay, and as I said, it comes out of within, And what are the different things for which the confidence gets altered? Number one, what I feel is about fear. Fear of handling the crowd, fear of being onto the stage, fear of listening to the people and interacting when you are given something to talk about. It is fear of sitting in a recruitment team where you have to give an interview to the recruiters. It comes all around the fear. So I go to the person, I directly go and ask him, sir, I have these problems, and whenever I go to the stage, I have a problem that I'm standing up on the stage. I fear that people might say something against me, think something in a revolting mannerism. So how do I tackle them? He says, where is this fear coming from? Your mind. It's your fear. So I say, it's my fear. So I have a control box in myself that I say I have to control the fear within me. Now that's my confidence. That's how I say I should be controlling the confidence. And let's correlate this way, that in today's time, everybody of us over here know that we have to perform the task that is given to us. We have to perform the duties because it's the thing, it's the essence of life, right? So even Bhagavad Gita says, Niyatang kuru karma tvang karma jhaya jak karmana shariratrapichate na prasiddheda karmana, which means perform the duty enjoined upon you. Action is superior to actionlessness, and without the action, even the body can't be kept alive. And to do the work, you need confidence. So you have to have a confidence, and that's how I conclude. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Arshita, and the topic that I have chosen for the extempore is happiness. Happiness, according to me, is a state of mind characterized by pleasant and positive emotions. It is also a key to a healthy body and mind. And I believe that happiness can be achieved by little things in life. It can be like living up to your own expectations or exceeding them. It can also be achieved when you are emotionally content in your lives. And I think happiness leads us to better efficiency in the professional front. As when we are happy, we can be more focused, confident, and we can put in more efforts. Also, I think that it creates positivity around us. And I think it motivates us to move ahead in life with confidence. And I would wrap it up by saying that happiness is simply when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony, as quoted by Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you.
Next.
To one and all present here, the topic that I've selected is happiness. The proverb goes like this: try to make at least 2 people happy in a day, but make sure one of them is yourself. The first and foremost important thing is when we are happy, we can make others happy. This is an important element for any individual, whether he is at work, at home, or he is with his friends. Happiness helps in building good bond with his colleagues, with his family, with his friends. This will not only help in building energy and enthusiasm in himself, but also around people around him. Happiness results in positive energy. When we are happy, we create positive energy in ourselves. Not only in ourselves, that is being vibrated and spread out in others. At the end of the day, we are here to be happy and make others happy. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. The topic I have chosen is interpersonal skills. First of all, I would like to define what is... Okay, settle down first. May I start? My name is Ramandeep Singh Gill. Interpersonal skills comprises of, I think, 2 things: confidence and personality. That it's self-explanation. I would like to start with an example. Suppose if I am interacting with any of the guests, the 2 things which comes in first impression would be confident and personality. Confident, of course, my grooming standards, how I am presenting myself in terms of business, the uniform I am wearing, immaculate. You should be dressed immaculately. And personality, how I perceive the guest point of view and how I am going to handle the guest problems and everything. How I am going to engage in discussion or talk in with guest. then it plays a very important role as far as hospitality industry is concerned. So I have just taken examples from hospitality industry, keeping that in mind. Okay, I've taken some points how to start an effective communication or how to engage guest engagement. Like first point, you should be respond thoughtfully. Whenever you introduce your guest, introduce in a manner, you never offer handshake first of all, until unless guest asks for it, right? So introduce yourself. Second point, beware of internal feelings. You should never be so emotion. Always ask, depending upon the mood of the guest, open questions or closed questions. They are open questions like if I ask her, how was the stay, how was the night yesterday at Stella? Or the closed question can be, how was the, I just, please correct me, rectify me if I go wrong. I can ask open question, I can quote example, how was the dinner at Stella? Or closed question can be, I hope sir you have enjoyed a nice dinner at Stella. So open and closed question depending upon the situation and the mood of the guest. Then synchronized and respond thoughtfully. Whatever guest asks, respond neither very more or very less. And maintain the equilibrium as already explained you, open and closed questions. Then it's like how to start a conversation with guests, explained, already done. Phraseology. Phraseology is unit specified. You have to, we have certain phraseology as other hotels also have, like Taj and Oberoi, they have different, so it's a unit specified. Then body language etiquettes. Body language etiquettes, very important in interpersonal communication. Suppose if I am handing a business card to guest, how you should handle? I can explain, like we should always like left right foot forward. So this is my business card and with two hands, okay? You should know. So let me explain now. It's interpersonal communication, then only you will be able to do that. Please don't interrupt me. If you have doubts, you can ask later on. Let me complete my presentation first. Then suppose if we have gone somewhere wrong, how to recover the service of the guest. We have one acronym.
Yeah, see, this is a presentation going on. All of us are going to have our chance. Now, you might find yourself really in a real life situation where you have to make a very important presentation and people are not listening to you. A presentation that makes a huge amount of difference to your career and means a lot to you. So please, continue.
Thank you, sir. So if you have to make a recovery of service, there is an acronym LEARN, learn. So L stands for listen first, E empathy, A attitude, then R recheck, and then again thank stands for thank you. And it's a learn, so we have taken N as a thank you to guest. So we just make a acronym LEARN, learn. At the end, by wrapping up, I would like to say I would like to wrap up my presentation by just saying one line, that presence of mind is a key to applied knowledge, and interpersonal skills are very important as far as the hospital industry grows. It brings more of business. And as far as social life is concerned, we we commute daily from hotel to our home. So we come across a lot of commuters if they ask for any particular destination. Suppose if I am able to handle that particular person very much, I have satisfied him, I have told him there's a particular destination, I have explained the way. Maybe later on in my life, he may come across me, and then again a very nice experience. Maybe he helps me in climbing a ladder of success also. You never know. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Arman Khan. The topic I've selected today is personality. I would like to just start with a definition so that we all can understand what is personality. Personality is a combination of components of emotional, attitudinal and behavioral response pattern of an individual. Now breaking this down, we are breaking down into two levels, that is comfort and difficult.